Yes, it's that time of year again as we look forward to the Ladbrokes.com Derby. 144 names went into the draw, which took place at Shelbourne Park on Monday morning.
It looks like a top class entry again, as you say, and well over 130, 140 odd dogs in this competition. Everybody's a chance is always wide open. They talk about Ballymagvick, if it had been drawn better, he'd have won the champion stakes. They talk about the Droopy's dog needing the rail. Look, it's all there to be played for, but Ballymagvick would be my selection at this stage.
I suppose since the launch a couple of weeks ago, we've all been looking forward to the draw and to the start of the Derby, and we've had the draw today. 132, great number, 96 for the second round. As you said yourself earlier, hell of a lot of very good dogs in it this year, so we will have a tremendous Derby, and I suppose thanks again to Ladbrokes for sponsoring it.
It looks like being another fantastic renewal again this year, Michael. You know, the entry's top class. I think it's going to be probably the best Derby that there's been for some time. You know, even talking to a lot of the top owners and trainers, they'll tell you there's 15 or 20 dogs that can win the Derby this year, and there'll probably be a few who'll come through that probably we haven't even seen or thought of as potential Derby winners. So, I mean, it's going to be a fantastic 5-6 weeks at the track, and we're all building up. Of course, the big date is on Saturday, the 8th of September, but there's going to be some fantastic racing over the next 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm sure there's going to be some fast clocks recorded, and we may even have a new track record holder by the time it comes to Derby final night.
Unfortunately, one dog missing, Mildeen Panther. You know, he would have been a great draw, but unfortunately injured, didn't allow him to take his place. But of course, as a bookmaker, you know, you had some serious liabilities there.
We did. We had the dog was back from 25s, 20s, 16s, all the way down to 6 and 7 to 1 at one stage. And people say, oh, you're lucky, you have no liability with the Derby this year now because the dog's out. But from a sponsorship point of view, we'd like to see the dog there. He drew great crowds here as a pup last year. I remember the buzz when he hit the lids on Derby final night, and the place was electric. So on one side of it, yeah, from a liabilities point of view, we're starting our Derby now with a fresh book, but on the second side, we'd like to see the dog stay there, and we hope, well, I'd say the dog retired now, so it's unfortunate, but that's greyhound racing.
I'm sure at the end of the Derby we'll reflect back on today and say, why didn't we pick out this dog or that dog, but it didn't happen. And I suppose I've often heard over the years they keep the best of the dogs until Saturday night or Thursday night or whatever, but today they were drawn, and as they came out they're being run off, so there's no special treatment for any dog, any owner, any trainer, big or small.
Like, I think this is going to be one of the best derbies in terms of attendances and in terms of betting, in terms of just general atmosphere. I think this is going to be the best derby that we've had for many years.
Well, we've just seen the opening round draw for the Ladbrokes Irish Derby, and, well, some very interesting draws, but one or two of the big names got relatively straightforward tasks. The likes of Ballymagvick and Droopy's Jet, the top two in the betting, they'll be short prices.
They will, yeah. They're well drawn, you know. And Droopy's Jet again getting trap one, where he absolutely adores. So they'll be very short price favourites in the first round. But there are a few interesting heats, you know. Skywalker, Puma in 1, Sparta Maestro in 6, Kingo in 5. Really good heat. A few other fair dogs in that race as well. That's going to be one of the highlights of the round. There are, of course, 8 heats where 5 of the dogs will qualify, and the 4 qualifying is a release trap for a lot of dogs as well. So, but it's going to be great racing.
Now we're here on the home straight in Shelbourne Park. I'm no doubt many thrills and spills and history will be made in this spot in about a month and a half's time, about a month's time in fact.
Yeah, the 8th of September, big night, All Ireland weekend. It's going to be a massive occasion then, and who will be the lucky person to be out there in the podium walking away with that trophy and the 120,000 as well with it.
Well, we won't be able to tell you the Derby winner just yet, but on September 8th he'll be hitting that line in front.